a robot that helps support mental health for people of all ages and communities. All of that and more in today's Common Good, presented by Verizon. Today we went to Jersey City, New Jersey to visit Marco Health, a company that makes therapeutic social robots. Founded by Jacob Boyle, he wanted to create something that would support mental health care in an accessible manner.
I like to say I've had two themes follow me my entire life, whether I liked it or not: mental health and robotics. So one very personal, which is the mental health side. The professional side of things, while in college, I was studying mechanical engineering and physics. I got picked up by a military robotics startup to be their lead engineer while I was a freshman in college. After 2 years of putting all of my life and effort into building this, I found out I was going to create something that was going to hurt people instead of helping. I decided to take the technical know-how and all these skills and put it to something that was actually going to help people. I went through serious challenges of my own, and when you've lived through it, you don't want to see anyone else go through what you've been through. And that's where the idea of Marco, the mental health assisting robot companion, came from.
Jacob formed Marco Health in 2018. This current version is controlled through a tablet and can speak 104 different languages in order to be as user-friendly as possible.
We went to counselors, we went to therapists, we went to the people who were struggling and said, what would help you if you had this thing? And that's when we started learning about all the different kinds of clinical sciences that could go into it, all the different activities that a counselor would do with someone. And then it was just trial and error of finding out, can we use this program to power it? We've worked with as young as 5, as old as 70 plus. So anyone who's struggling with their mental health. I'm feeling really stressed today.
I'm sorry you feel stressed. We're going to find something to get you feeling better.
Hey, I want to talk.
Sure. Being here to talk is what I'm here for. Were you thinking like, talk as friends and then we go and have fun after we're done chatting? Or did you want to talk more as if it was a counselor setting?
And so those are going to be very different experiences. They are AI powered, so you can talk about anything you want, but the friend talk is like great if you're either like a young kid or maybe like a senior citizen where you're just looking for companionship. You can talk about anything, but it's clinically structured, so if Marco starts noticing particular patterns of things you're talking about that are challenges, he'll stop the conversation and switch over to, we're going to focus on this one topic and really work to improve that over time.
And now, a quick message from our sponsor, Verizon.
The promise of the digital world. An amazing connected landscape for everyone. The reality is that for many, that promise has not been fulfilled. At Verizon, we are committed to fulfilling the promise of the digital world. That's why for over a decade, we've been working to help everyone excel in the digital future. By empowering students and teachers with the latest technology and training, improving digital skills for today's workforce, and assisting local businesses as they prepare for success in the digital economy with access to tech, tools, and free skills training. Verizon, helping fulfill the promise of the digital world.
I see an immense amount of impact of Marco at the community level. When we started mainly with schools. There's an immense need on campuses of students who are actively seeking support, then a giant chunk who are not and need it, and there's only up to 10 counselors on a campus of maybe 12,000 students. We've been doing this almost 6 years actually now, and we've seen a good amount of impact on the people who have used Marco, and it's one of the reasons why over the past year and a half we've started working a lot more with libraries, shelters, and community centers and nonprofits, so we can recreate that model we had in schools of this is the first line of defense that students are talking to. What I really see for the future of Marco is making sure someone who is in either mental health crisis or homeless or hungry or whatever it may be, that this is a resource that's going to get that person the real help they need.
Thank you to Verizon for sponsoring this episode of Common Good.